Hey guys, so this is going to be the third Patreon I'm going to be doing tonight, and this comes from Cyborg19.99, who sent me a ton of requests, but I decided since last time went over so well with the Tekken crossover, he had another one on the docket that I decided, you know what, let's do another. I need to really make up for all the times I've never talked about Tekken with another Tekken one. And this is, as you can see, G.I. Joe versus Tekken. So this is kind of funny because there was actually a G.I. Joe versus Street Fighter crossover. I think I did a review on that a while ago. So it's kind of funny. We had a Street Fighter versus G.I. Joe official crossover comic, and now we're going to do one with the next logical step is Tekken. So we'll see. Maybe we'll get maybe Dynamite and whoever gets the G.I. Joe. I mean the G.I. Joe property. We'll do G.I. Joe versus Killer Instinct. Who knows? So, let's get started with this crossover. So, this story begins with an alliance between Heihachi and Cobra Commander. So basically, Heihachi has formed an alliance with Cobra Commander, and Cobra Commander has more or less promised the capture of both Kazuya and Jin on the grounds of, if we capture them, you gotta give me, a sample of their DNA, because Cobra Commander wants to use, he wants to use and manipulate the devil gene. He wants to use the devil gene for his own purposes. And Heihachi's like, sure, whatever, all right. So the next Iron Fist tournament arrives, and by this point, G.I. Joe has already figured out that something's going wrong, because the moment they find out in the Iron Fist tournament that likes of Baroness, Zartan, and Storm Shadow, and some of the other fighters like Slice and Dice. You remember Slice and Dice? Yeah, they're here. Crocmaster, Firefly, all the heavy hitters for Cobra are part of the Iron Fist tournament. Reason being is because they're trying to locate and draw out Jin and Kazuya. Because Heihachi knows that the next Iron Fist tournament would definitely draw out his son and grandson. So obviously it would stand to reason that getting as many Cobra agents out there would work. So G.I. Joe gets some of their fighters in the Iron Fist tournament as well. Among those is obviously Snake Eyes joins, Duke joins, Shipwreck, Scarlet, Lady J, Covergirl, Alpine, and Quick Kick. Yeah, Quick Kick also joins. Everyone talks about how cool Snake Eyes is, but everyone forgets that Quick Kick is just as good. Everyone just forgets Quick Kick. Anyway, sorry, I went off topic. Anyway, so the Iron Fist tournament begins, and what happens is that during this tournament, there's alliances being made on both sides. Nina Williams, who has worked with Kazuya and Heihachi, is coerced to work for Cobra. She's basically hired and works for Cobra. But, of course, there's a bit of a rivalry between Nina and Baroness, because Baroness believes that Nina is going to pull the double agent stint. Also, Raven has joined forces with G.I. Joe. In fact, it was Raven who actually contacted G.I. Joe and told them, hey, those snake guys you fight on a daily basis? Yeah, they're in my neck of the woods. You mind throwing out some help? So Raven makes an alliance with them. Among them also who makes an alliance with them is Horong. He also allies with G.I. Joe. Lee and Lee allies with him, as well as King and Craig Marduk. the two of them hook up with G.I. Joe, because King and Craig are like, yeah, that these guys are not good news. These guys are legit, like, we don't want them here in our tournament. We want these snake freaks out of our tournament. But yeah, the other thing is, so obviously in this tournament, no one can use guns or weapons. It has the Iron Fist tournament can only be fought with your bare hands. And in some cases, some of the Joes are put at a disadvantage in this regard, because yeah, a lot of them have learned how to use weapons, but this is where like Snake Eyes and Quick Kick especially excel, because their whole body is a weapon. So that it like using their hand-to-hand combat is a little more easier for them. But others like Shipwreck and Alpine, it's a little more difficult for them, because they're more used to using weapons in their hands. At least, like, Shipwreck's like, at least give me a knife. Oh my god, it's been a while since I've had to go on fisticuffs with people, so it's a little more of a challenge for him, honestly. So eventually, yes, Jin and Kazuya are drawn out into the open, and while they don't capture Kazuya, they do manage to capture Jin. And Cobra Commander comes in. He's like, "I got him." Heihachi's like, "Oh, thanks. We don't need you anymore." And Heihachi calls in the Tekken force to drive out Cobra and his soldiers. And Cobra's like, "Bitch, do you know who I am? I'm Cobra motherfucking Commander." And that's when like Storm Shadow and the Arashikage come flying in, take out the Tekken force, and Cobra Commander, who a lot of people forget can fight. This is a dude who fought Snake Eyes to a draw. He puts down Heihachi, and he's like, "Now then, if you're done being an asshole, here's what's gonna happen. We're going to uphold my end of the deal, and I'm going to take a sample of your grandson's blood and make a new, use the devil gene to harness its power. I'm going to find out the mysteries of the devil gene." Meanwhile, Kazuya, who has not been found yet, arrives at G.I. Joe headquarters, basically telling them, "Look, my son and I don't get along, but I don't want Cobra interfering with with the Mishima family affairs, so I'm going to make a temporary alliance to help you stop them." So Kazuya leads the charge on the Mishima Zaibatsu and drives and actually defeats Cobra Commander in a fight, leading to Cobra backing off and being like, "Next time, G.I. Joe, next time." But they do go away with a little prize, and that prize is a sample of Jin's DNA. So there you go. That is pretty much my G.I. Joe versus Tekken crossover. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of it? And as always, if you would like to have a Patreon request done, please hit the link below to my Patreon and hit the 4th tier, where you can not only send me requests to do videos here on YouTube, but also check out exclusive content over on that channel on my Patreon. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.